Recognized as the Princess of Pop, Kylie Minogue is the highest-selling Australian artist of all time. She first rose to stardom as an actress in the well-known TV show Neighbours before breaking through into her music career. Throughout, she has adopted multiple styles both in music and fashion, becoming a pop icon for many all over the world. Born in Melbourne, Australia on the 28th of May, 1968, Kylie Ann Minogue is the eldest of 3 children. Growing up, her family moved often, which unsettled Minogue, who struggled to make friends in each school she attended. Because of this, she spent much of her time reading and learning to sew, while taking violin and piano lessons. She also had singing and dancing training along with her sister Dannii Minogue. Many artists inspired her growing up, such as Jackson 5, Donna Summer, and the Beatles. In her teen years, she warmed to Prince and Adam plus the Ants, while admiring Olivia Newton-John and Madonna. At 12 years old, she landed her first acting job and continued gaining minor roles in Australian TV dramas. She landed her first major role in the hit TV soap opera, Neighbours. Immediately, she was launched into stardom, with the role earning her various awards. Overseas, in the UK, Neighbours became one of the most watched shows. Although her talents lay in acting, record labels noticed potential for a singing career, and she was approached by Mushroom Records, who signed her in 1987. Minogue's voice is part of her signature sound. A soprano vocalist, she can sing over a range of 3 octaves. The timbre of her voice has a twang that is recognized all over the world. Her voice is extremely versatile, with impressive control over the notes she sings. Sometimes she chooses warmer tones, while other times she opts for breathier and sultry deliveries that complement each song. Her vocal performance is strong, switching between powerful belting notes, leaping into her head voice, or dropping to lower registers. Throughout her career, she has focused her music styles around pop and dance genres, while also being known for her contemporary disco sound. Soon after she signed her first deal, she released her first single, The Locomotion. This became an immediate hit in Australia, stealing the top spot for 7 weeks. Due to the success of the single, she flew to England and began working with a production team named Stock, Aitken and Waterman. They did not take her seriously, tainting her talents because of her acting success in Neighbours. After a bumpy beginning, they created I Should Be So Lucky, which became an instant hit, taking over the Australian and UK charts. It reached the top 40 in the US, while also making progress across Europe. On the back of this success, Minogue recorded the album in rushed sessions, realizing her debut album entitled Kylie in 1988. The album comprised of dance and pop songs, often described as bubblegum pop by the Stock, Aitken and Waterman structure. Her endearing personality and girl next door persona were fully embraced by the UK, who kept the album in the charts for over a year, being certified platinum 6 times. In the US, it became certified gold and reached the #1 album in New Zealand and #2 back home in Australia. Minogue collaborated with her co-star Jason Donovan in her single Especially For You, which went straight to #1 in the UK. Minogue wasted no time in releasing her sophomore album, Enjoy Yourself, in 1989. Once again, the UK audience engaged with the album, with 2 singles reaching #1. It proved successful in other countries such as Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Asia. Over in North America, however, sales were falling behind and her American label dropped her. Despite this, she set off on her first ever tour, traveling around the UK, Australia, Europe, and Asia. Alongside her busy schedule, Minogue also made her first film appearance in The Delinquents. At the start of a new decade, Minogue released her 3rd album, Rhythm of Love, in 1990, and with it she brought a new appearance. Although the album didn't reign over the charts like her first 2 releases, this time Minogue had some control over her music. She felt that her voice had been heard during the production of the album and integrated her ideas into the music videos, finding a way to express herself through clothing and fashion. She would be admired for fashion influences, as well as her music. It also broke away from her bubblegum pop sound and entered a more in-depth dance phase that offered a mature and sexually liberated persona. Even though commercially it was not as successful, critically it received impressive reviews. This was followed by her next album, Let's Get To It, which failed to garner the same amount of success, and Minogue herself has reflected that she felt restricted by her label and production and songwriting team. By 1992, however, she was able to launch her greatest hits album. 1993 became the beginning of a new era for Minogue, as she signed a new contract with record label Deconstruction Records, a dance label. This led to the release of Kylie Minogue and embraced her new mature sound and style. She even collaborated with singer-songwriter Nick Cave, releasing Where the Wild Roses Grow. Having a taste of an unusual collaboration like this sparked a new interest from Minogue, who made efforts for more collaborations on her next release, working with the likes of Manic Street Preachers and Brothers in Rhythm. This influenced her album Impossible Princess, but her developed sound was not well received by radio stations. She was dropped by Deconstruction label and signed instead with Parlophone. This produced one of her biggest singles, Spinning Around, from the album Light Years. She once again established herself as a pop icon to her audiences, even breaking through to America after many years. Can't Get You Out of My Head from her 8th album, Fever, would become one of her trademark songs. The Grammy Awards would even recognize her talent, awarding her a Grammy for Come Into My World as Best Dance Recording. In 2005, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, putting a hold on her music and undergoing treatment and surgery until she thankfully recovered. She has been admired for her bravery and for raising awareness about cancer diagnosis and treatment, especially for young women. After recovering from a traumatic period in her life, she continued her music career, releasing multiple albums. The Queen herself awarded her the Order of the British Empire for her contribution to the music industry. Alongside her dedication to releasing music, where she also explored other genres and collaborated with many other artists and producers, she made contributions to several charities such as British Childline, while launching her own charity, One Note Against Cancer. 2020 saw her record her latest album, Disco at Home, where she had full control over her artistry. Her career has impacted both the music and fashion industry and is known worldwide as a pop icon. You can check out the Carly of Spotify to listen to the original tracks of the artist. It's a curated playlist with the most popular songs.